Starting us off at number 10 is Selena Gomez. Fans were confused when they noticed her Photoshop fail, mainly because it wasn't like the ones we're used to seeing. People are quick to point out objects in pictures that look bent when they would be physically impossible to actually bend that way, like a metal door, for example. So when people saw the metal door curved in her photo, they accused her of Photoshop. The door was right behind her shoulder and her hair, so it seemed strange because no one knew what she was trying to Photoshop. Turns out it actually was not Selena who did the dirty work. Her hairstylist ended up coming forward and said that he used an editing app to try and add more volume to her hair since he posted the photo on his social media. So people forgave Selena because it was not her doing, but it didn't look too good for her hairstylist, who just revealed that he has to Photoshop volume on his clients. Up next, number 9, we have Beyonce. It's hard to imagine that the queen herself would feel like she needs to alter her images in any way, but I need to remember that we are all human and we all have insecurities. Even Beyonce, Jocelyn. She's been accused on a few different occasions for some of her Instagram pictures looking tweaked. Like the famous staircase that was magically wavy between her thighs and did not match the shadow against the wall. People gave her the benefit of the doubt with that one, but then raised their eyebrows when they saw another picture that just didn't add up. The singer posted a casual photo of her sitting on a couch, but fans were quick to point out the asymmetrical wine glass and super bent iPhone that was on the table in front of her thigh. For anyone who doesn't know how facetune works, objects that look bent, it's because you try and drag something, like either you're cinching a waist or you're trying to like drag something in to make the leg smaller. So that's what gives it that wavy effect. It's like you're reshaping. I remember it's called the reshape in facetune. Fun fact, don't do it.
In at number 7, Kylie Jenner. This Photoshop fail is so bad. I remember the first time that I saw it and thinking there was no way that is her real butt. There's no way that that's what it really looks like. As we all know, the Kardashians are very proud of their behinds, but after looking through their Instagrams, a good portion of their voluptuous figures seem to be thanks to Photoshop. And that is so clearly the case in Kylie's photo. Like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it either looks pulled up or pulled down, and I literally don't think it's possible for an to be that big. Also, the way her waist is like pulled down in the middle, I don't know, it just looks very off to me. And as you can expect, a lot of the comments were calling out her strange shape and pointing that the pockets looked abnormally big.
In at number 6, Brooke. The best part about a celebrity Photoshop fail is when the celebrity knows it's taken place and looks ridiculous. And that's exactly what happened with Brooke from Fifth Harmony. And when she realized one of her photos was terribly photoshopped, she took to Instagram to poke some fun at it, with her writing in the caption, quote, "When you're trying to look cute, even though you got 2 right feet." And she not only posted a photo of the fail, but she zoomed in perfectly so everyone could see that she literally had 2 right feet in the picture. One is crossed over the other, so that's probably why it was missed. But still, like, how could an editor let that happen? But again, I have to ask, like, literally, how does that happen? First, why do you need to edit or Photoshop her feet in the first place? And next, how is it possible to get to a place where you replace her real foot or leg with the other one? So in at number 4, John Mayer. Okay, this one is just insanity. It's so obvious that John Mayer really was abusing Photoshop on this one. Either that or he hasn't figured out how to turn off the beauty filter on his phone's camera. Sometimes you don't even need Photoshop to get a look like that. If it was done through Photoshop, then this is just a big fail. I mean, it's a failure either way because no one is fooled that his skin is that perfect, like, come on. I think the fact that his friend's face basically looks the same as his face is what's really, you know, turning the heads. The comment section was filled with people saying hilarious things too. One person said that they look like characters from the Polar Express, which definitely, you know, hits the nail on the head. Great movie. I mean, they look like CGI people or Sims at the very, very least. Who knows though, maybe his friend was having, you know, a really bad skin day and John just said, you know, don't worry, I'll get my Photoshop on it. Just relax, you know. But the smooth filter is a tough one, but you know, you can like put it down so it's not as like bam.
Making her way into the number 2 spot is Katy Perry, another celebrity who fell victim to some epic magazine Photoshop. This one also caused a lot of controversy back in 2011 when the singer posed on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. After the magazine came out, the original photos got leaked online and showed the drastic difference between the two. Fans were quick to point out how they slimmed her thigh, plumped her breasts, smoothed all over her skin, and even gave her a different right hand. Fans and even celebrities started posting their thoughts online, expressing that the changes were so unnecessary and that it only causes more damage than good to do that. Like, just show us the celebrity for what they are. I feel like these magazine covers think we're gonna like not buy the magazine if her breast looks smaller and if she had a weird right hand. Like, what? Here? It's Katy Perry. I'm just buying it because it's Katy Perry. I don't give a what she looks like. Winning the #1 place is Khloe Kardashian. Now, I remember covering this story when it first happened and I could not help but laugh at just how ridiculous it was. Khloe is beautiful, but no matter how gorgeous she is, it seems like I will not convince her not to edit her photos. She showed off her new hair color in an Instagram post, but fans could only focus on how different her face looked. People commented on it saying she gave herself an entirely new face, and they're not wrong. But the worst part was one of the interviews from Keeping Up with the Kardashian aired that same day, showing how different she looked in real life compared to the picture that she posted online. Everyone knows that if you're on TV, people are going to see what you look like beyond your social media posts. So people just couldn't understand why she would alter her appearance so much. She doesn't need to, she's so freaking pretty. Starting off our list at #10 is Lady Gaga. Not many people would like to believe that this beautiful pop star would fall into the trap of Photoshop. I just feel like she's above that, you know? Like, I can't picture her wanting to Photoshop her pictures, but she is on this list for a reason, right? She has been through some Photoshopping scandals herself where Vogue magazine completely altered her picture, but this one, she changed herself. She shocked fans after uploading a picture of her to her Instagram that is very obviously Photoshopped. It's a photo of her doing some yoga in her undies or a bathing suit. It's really hard to tell. But one thing that isn't hard to notice is the fact that the giant wall mirror has a very obvious curve to it, as does the checkered flooring. This would only mean that the shape was altered in some way, and it's right underneath her arm, so we assume it had to do with that. Maybe she wasn't trying to make them thinner or anything, maybe it was just to make them more straight for like the yoga pose, or maybe I'm just making excuses because I love her. It's probably that. Up next, #9 is Gordon Ramsay. Now, he's not really the one to blame here. Kris Jenner is. So here's what happened. The two of them posed for a picture together with Kris's new cookbook called In the Kitchen with Kris. Gordon posted the picture of them on his own Instagram page to announce and celebrate the release of her book. He posted the unedited version. You know, wrinkles on his face and all. However, Kris posted the same picture and Gordon looks completely different. He actually looks like a cartoon character. Clearly, Kris wasn't happy with how her skin looked, so she went ahead and airbrushed her face, as you can see, but she also took the initiative to do the same to Gordon's, which only made him look worse. He honestly looks like rubber, like his skin looks like a wax figure or something. Huge fail, she should have just left his skin alone, and not to mention, he's not even looking at the camera in this picture. Kris is one of those friends that would post a bad picture of you as long as she looks good in it. Sliding to the #8 spot is Britney Spears. Another blame game here. Did Britney do this herself, or did an editor get a hold on it and she just didn't notice the very obvious mistake before posting it? She posted a sexy bikini pic to her gram where she's laying alongside a pool, but only moments after posting it, fans began to point out the mistake, debating whether this was a fail or, I quote, just a towel under her back. You be the judge. Britney never responded to any of the comments, but it really is a tough call. I mean, you see a pillow at her head, but you don't see a towel underneath her by her feet, which I feel like we would if there was a towel there. Her back does look altered and shaped, and it appears that the space between her back was edited to look like the water that's behind her. I don't know. To me, it just looks like a really bad fail. What do you guys think? Moving on to #7, we have Amanda Holden. The British TV presenter went on vacation and had one of her pictures go viral, but for all the wrong reasons. She is not one too shy about flaunting her body in front of her followers, and honestly I don't blame her because she is hot. But one of her bikini pictures has gone down in history online for being one of the worst Photoshop fails in social media history. It was in 2016 when she posted a picture of her looking out at the ocean, but the horizon was just all kinds of crazy wonky. It looks like it's been distorted, which kind of then affects the whole picture. The wooden dock that she is standing on is also curved because of it, and the whole thing just does not look right. But no one could figure out what exactly she was photoshopping because of the way the curve goes in the horizon and the dock. It just doesn't make sense. Plus, her body is already perfect. But if you guys can figure out or have an idea of what maybe she was photoshopping, let me know, because I'm confused, but it doesn't look good. Halfway through our list at number 5 is Miranda Kerr. Many people would agree that the Victoria's Secret model has no reason to alter her images online. I mean, her beauty and her body is the reason that she has a career of being a professional model. But she sparked a ton of controversy back in 2012 after she posted a behind the scenes photo at the Victoria's Secret fashion show, but the real version of the photo looked a little different. No one thought anything of her post until fans found the original and realized how much smaller her waist and hips were. After receiving a ton of backlash, she spoke up about it and said that she did not know the picture was photoshopped. She said she went online, found the picture, and then posted it, but no one believed her. Fans questioned how she wouldn't possibly recognize her own body. But let me know what you guys think. I feel like if I saw a picture of my waist looking smaller and my hips, I would be like, I don't look like that. That's not my waist. But I also don't look like Miranda Kerr. So, rolling to spot number 4, we have Oprah Winfrey. Another Photoshop fail that was not the celebrity's fault, but they still took the heat for it. This one was definitely more of a good laugh though than the other ones on our list because it wasn't Oprah's body that was altered to like look thinner. She was just given an extra limb. Oprah landed herself on the cover of Vanity Fair with some other huge celebrities like Reese Witherspoon, who was sitting on her lap in the picture. While the cover was iconic simply for the people on the cover, there was a massive mistake and Oprah had 3 hands in the picture. But it gets worse. Depending on what issue you see the picture from, there were some covers that had Reese Witherspoon with 3 legs. Multiple Photoshop fails in one magazine cover. I feel like an editor lost their job that day.
Starting off at number 10, we have Kim Kardashian. Kim and Kylie were serving up some premium looks when they were shooting their promo for their fragrance collaboration. And it's hard to tell unless you're really looking, but if you zoom into their feet, you can see that Kim looks like she has 6 toes in this picture. And I just don't even understand why that would be the case. Like, were they trying to make one of her toes look smaller or something so they cut it in half? And even crazier is that that picture is still up to this day, even though tons of comments have pointed it out. But Kim ended up addressing this online because she got so many comments about it, with some people thinking that Kim actually had 6 toes and it wasn't a Photoshop fail. So as a response, she posted some videos of her feet, saying, quote, "Everyone thinks that I have 6 toes and it's really wild," while pointing to a bump to the side of her foot, saying, "But it's this part of my foot that when I wear a shoe, it just looks like this, it just smashes down right there." Adding in this picture, I don't know why, it looks like a 6th toe. So I mean, at least she admits that the picture looks very strange, and whether it's bad Photoshop or not, I guess can be left to the eye of the beholder. And at number 8, Ariana Grande. This is another one that I'm absolutely shocked is still up on Instagram. But I guess a lot of celebrities have better things to worry about. So Ariana posted this amazing picture of her looking beautiful as always. And when you first look at the picture, nothing too crazy pops out, I bet. Well, that's until you look closer at her hand. And then it's just all question marks because her hand literally looks stretched out to be like 8 or 9 inches or something, with her thumb looking the strangest. Like, I'm pretty sure it's double the length of a normal thumb. The post has comments turned off, and I'm assuming that's because all of the comments were calling her out for her Photoshop fail. Again, I'm just so confused why her hand needed to be altered like that. Like, is it supposed to make her look better? I don't get, like, why are people photoshopping hands and feet? Like, I don't know.
Swiping the number 6 spot is Tana Mongeau, basically the queen of Photoshop. I'm allowed to say this without people getting mad at me because she openly jokes about being the queen of facetune. Like other influencers, she gets slammed for heavily editing her pictures. One picture in particular sparked a controversy when she posted a bikini shot to her feed. However, behind the scene videos and pictures surfaced from the same photo shoot, which shows Tana looking completely different. Some people thought that people were photoshopping her pictures to make them look bigger, but then one person posted a video which shows that it is clearly not photoshopped. You cannot photoshop what the video shows, y'all. She thought she would get away with it, but she done got caught. The video started making its round on the internet, and now Tana just openly talks about how she facetunes her entire body. She captions her photos when she edits her bum to a different size, telling us that she did that, and she even thanks Facetune for making her look hotter than she really is. But I mean, like, if you're gonna be honest about photoshopping your body and the originals are on the internet or taken by paparazzi, why not just flaunt your real bod? Own it. Halfway through the list at number 5 is Lindsay Lohan. She's another one on the list who got busted for doctoring with one of her Instagram pictures. The picture has Lindsay with her hair tied back, showing off and modeling a black leotard and a crop top. She's posed in front of a white door and captioned the picture, "My feet look red, lol, had to take that out. Only real red is my hair." Girl, no one is looking at your red feet. Literally no one is looking at your feet, Linz. We are all focused on whatever the hell your door is doing behind you. Aside from the weird inward curve on her right thigh, something strange is going on around her left leg, and the door behind it has been weirdly distorted. One Instagram user joked saying, "Impressive that she managed to stand in front of a door that curves to her exact shape. What are the odds?" Another one added, "That is the greatest door I have ever seen." Yeah, seriously, where can I get this door? I want one for my selfies. Alright guys, at number 3 we have Kris Jenner. Not for face tuning Gordon Ramsay's wrinkles this time. We've already seen her airbrushing skills as I described earlier in this video, but this time she tried using the whole make your body shape smaller trick. There is no denying that she looks awesome at age 63, which had fans wondering why she felt the need to alter her body shape. She posted a picture to her Instagram rocking a sports bra, black leggings, and some flat tummy tea. But no one was looking at the sponsored product. Everyone had their eyes on the fact that the wood behind her has a magical curve to it. It is also incredibly blurry all around her arm. Her caption says, "People always ask me how I stay in shape and looking so good. Flat tummy tea is my this year's summer must-have and ugh, I feel amazing. Hashtag ad." Do you feel amazing though? I feel like if you felt amazing, you wouldn't have changed the shape of your body. The only problem I have with this is that it is an ad promoting body health, and I think photoshopping your picture with that message is just a huge contradiction. She's still a MILF though.
In at number 3, Zendaya. Now in a majority of these cases, if the photo wasn't posted to their personal Instagram, you know that whatever magazine they're working with will definitely be using Photoshop. However, one would hope that someone in that position of editing a cover or a photo for a shoot would do it properly at least. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. For Zendaya, she was very upset with Mondelez magazine after the publication released images of her, but they weren't what they had originally shot during her photo shoot. In response to this, Zendaya actually posted these side-by-side images and captioned the photo with, "Had a new shoot come out today and was shocked when I found my 19-year-old hips and torso quite manipulated. These are the things that make women self-conscious, that create the unrealistic ideas of beauty that we have. Anyone who knows who I am knows I stand for honest and pure self-love. So I took it upon myself to release the real pic right side and I love it. Thank you Mondelez magazine for pulling down the images and fixing this retouch issue."